Let's go! Is Carson Beck the guy that we should be putting bets in right now to win the Heisman freaking trophy? At the end, I'm going to tell you why Carson Beck isn't the best quarterback in the SEC, and it's pretty clear-cut who is, but he could be the best bet to win the Heisman trophy. Okay, let's break this play down. You get two vertical routes here on the outside. The job of this is to just clear out these two defenders, and Beck's job is to read this linebacker, okay? If this backer comes down here and picks up this running, or yeah, it is a running back coming out of the flat right here, he throws it here. If this guy sinks all the way back, you just hit the running back. So Beck sees that this defender kind of just sits right here. This was a decent block by Delp, and you get a nice throw right here on first down. And look at where he actually put this ball. Bang! Low and away where only his guy could get it. All right, one thing you see the best offensive minds do, the Josh Heupels in particular, is attack the short side of the field and or the boundary. Okay? It's a shorter throw for the quarterback to make, and obviously you can out-leverage the defense by just flooding it with routes, okay? So you're getting a vertical here to clear out some space here, and obviously, Oscar Delp is running a wheel up here, and this running back is kind of running behind him, okay? So play action fake right here, hold 6. See all this attention that play action fake draws? And now it's an easy throw for Beck to make over a pass rusher sinking back into coverage. Obviously, Oscar Delp makes a really spectacular catch, and you get a nice gain. So, of course, that ball could have been delivered a little bit better for him to catch it in stride. This ball could not have been delivered any better. First thing I want you to see is this route by McConkey. This is excellent stuff. This is actually a move that pass rushers should make called a swim. Okay, he's got straight head-up leverage with a small shade to the outside, if you ask me. So McConkey is running a deep corner right here, and he's got to get this DB thinking he's going this way. Instead, he's going this way, and his job is to get this DB leverage to the inside. So watch what he does here. Nice little stutter, and then look at this swim. He attacks the elbow, brings that right arm around, and look at that. Now, he's got the DB leverage to this inside. So Carson Beck knows he just needs to throw a really good ball. Look at this pass protection for Beck as well. Nobody even getting close to home. And look at where it's placed. Look at this. Bang. Coverage is not bad, all things considered. That's just an absolutely perfect throw. All right, move ahead to this 3rd and 4. And this is one of the best play calls against this, okay? So they're blitzing both their inside backers, and they're getting very exotic up here on this 3rd and 4, okay? And guess what? As they normally do, Georgia's offensive line picks it up perfect, okay? It's easy to win Heisman trophies and get awards when the pass protection is this freaking good, okay? And what Georgia is running here is the Leach air raid staple called mesh, okay? It's a very basic concept where you're getting a drag here and a drag here, okay? And guess what? Mesh is a good cover 1 man coverage beater, okay? If this corner has man coverage on Ra Thomas, that is a long way for him to run if Ra is running this way. This is an easy read for Carson Beck. It does not get much easier than this, and all he's got to do is just hit this, and he does hit that in perfect stride. And see how long of a play it was for 8 to have to run Ra down. Now, you need this receiver to make 8 miss. Do something, and he does a really good job of making 8 miss and getting upfield and gaining all these extra yards. Now, let's break down the best play in the SEC this weekend. I am blown away by the execution here, and it's honestly just pretty simple stuff, but it just shows you how much better of a coach Kirby Smart is than practically everyone right now, okay? There's a lot of coaches doing some great things in the SEC and beyond in all of college football, but this right here is really impressive considering Todd Monken goes to the NFL, and he's been one of the best NFL offensive coordinators this year. Brock Bowers isn't playing, okay? It's just ridiculous how the machine just does not stop. What Georgia's essentially doing here, pre-snap, is getting some motion going just to help Carson Beck see what they could be potentially doing here on this play. Okay, and the biggest piece of information that a motion can give a quarterback is what type of defense is Florida running here. Okay, so obviously Carson Beck is able to take that pre-snap information and see one very simple thing. Okay, Carson Beck knows if this safety comes into the box, this vertical will take out this safety and open up all this space over the middle for this dig. So we'll break it down as this play develops, okay? The first thing here is, unlike the last play, let's actually show you the protection. It actually breaks down, okay? It's not the worst pass protection in the world. It wasn't just a flat-out whiff, but Princely is one of the best pass rushers in the SEC, and he beats his left tackle, okay? Now, notice he really didn't get close to Carson Beck here. If your routes get open quick enough, even if they're vertical routes, it doesn't matter, right? And that's the case right here. This safety sinks center field, and he ends up taking the vertical, thus leaving Ladd McConkey in a very good man-to-man assignment situation with the corner who has outside leverage, and McConkey is running a dig. Okay, so this route right here by Ladd McConkey is so freaking good, right? And I understand white wide receiver is a perfect route runner, is just so cliche. He's got a high motor. His speed is deceptive. So the first thing he shows is that he is potentially running a deep over, okay? And he's sprinting. Now, this corner is like, oh my God, he's running a deep over out. I've got to get all the way over here. But watch what McConkey does right here, okay? He does something called a stair step technique, okay? Where you're selling vertical, and what that stair step technique does is it forces its DB to stop himself in his tracks. Okay, so if McConkey just had run this route on a deep over like this, 3 wouldn't have been able to sprint and make this a far more competitive rep. But watch what McConkey does right here. Okay, this is so freaking impressive. Notice he turns like he's running vertical. Okay, instead of going like this, he goes vertical, and notice his head is vertical as well. Okay, so then he plants into the ground, making this DB think he's going vertical, and then bam. Okay, so look at that. Look at all that extra separation that created. Okay, if he did not do that vertical move, 3 would have been all over him. Okay, so that stair step technique did something even more impressive. Bang. So because there was all this separation right here, he's able to cut to the inside on that guy, right? So that's good teach tape for wide receivers. If you run your route correctly, it can generate separation after the catch. I know that doesn't make sense, but it does, right? Because all that separation helped McConkey get that ball in that much space, and it was a good throw by Carson Beck. Now, when it comes to the SEC hierarchy of quarterbacks, Jayden Daniels is so much better than everyone else at this point. But I think Carson Beck is a firm number 2, and I think his path forward to potentially being the first Heisman Trophy winner since Herschel Walker is actually quite clear, right? If you run the table and let's just say you're in a quarterback duel with a Jayden Daniels in the SEC championship game and you win it, you could see it. Right? He's got some big games left, right? You got Ole Miss still on the schedule there. Missouri, that game could be a shootout. So, look, there is still a lot of good games out there. Brock Bowers is out of the Heisman picture with the injury. So, yeah, I mean, this could be the year. Now, obviously, McCarthy's still out there. Penix is still out there. But still, and honestly, I understand this is going to come off very biased. I still think Jayden Daniels is your Heisman Trophy winner, but we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. So comment below if you think Beck is the best Heisman bet. Play action fake, get some max protect action, and this is a sign that your offense is doing really good things when they rush 3, drop 8, and still two guys get wide open. Okay, McConkey's open, and so is Lovett, and that ball was just slightly behind Lovett, and he still has all this space to run and gain an explosive play. So comment below if you enjoyed this film study, and we'll talk to you soon. It is Power Hour SEC Bell. And tonight, we're doing pizza. Let's go.